So here is my kit list as promised. I'll do a brief video to look through everything, and then I will go through these things individually without taking too long. Quite a lot, but packs down into a small bag here, and that belt kit. And weight wise, it's about £25, something like that. I haven't weighed it, but I'll check. So, kit. Lots of varied opinions about amount of kit should be carried. I like to travel medium weight, not too heavy, not too light, making sure I've got everything I need. You notice that most of my stuff seems to be drab or green or camouflage. I prefer that for stealth camping, but also people don't want bright orange things when they're stood taking photographs in nature, so if I happen to be camping in one of their photo frames, you won't be able to see me. So we'll start off down here. We've got signalling, light, tech, navigation and some cutting tools. Let's go. So, got a pair of binos, bought from a charity shop. Excellent quality, really good. Better than I could afford if I bought from an actual shop. We've got a couple of glow sticks, sealed. These will provide about 8 hours illumination, being able to navigate using a map or signalling, or light just to read if you want a cheap enough torch. Nebo red line blast, bought from Amazon. I'll put some links for some of this gear in the YouTube comments if I can work out how to do that. But it's a decent torch. Turn it on and it's daylight, people start getting up for work. Spare batteries to go with that, usually by Duracell. Always proved herself better than any other. This is a solar charger. I've tested it, it's pretty good. Even not really in full sun, it'll charge a phone, or what I like to do is charge a power bank with this. In a full day's sun it'll give it 100% charge, and that'll give me 4 or 5 phone charges, so it's decent. For about 40 quid, I'll put links in. Whistle, mountain warehouse, loud, decent, lightweight. Little multi-tool, like having these. A couple of extra blades, always good to have more. Magnifying glass for map, or for fire starting. Little compass, which although is fairly novelty, is actually accurate. So always decent to have a little compass. And there's a tiny little Phillips screwdriver in there, which I think is just great, just to be able to punch holes in stuff or start a hole in something. Worthwhile having for the weight of it and price. Entrenching tool, pouches on, strapped it outside a bag. This is a pretty decent entrenching tool, I've used it a few times. I've got the pick and spade, and although I wouldn't fancy digging a full trench out with this, it would be possible. But yeah, it's a decent piece of kit. It wasn't very expensive, but it had good reviews and its build quality is exceptional. Little keyring capsule if you have out small to take with you when you're camping. Keeps it safe, put it around your neck, attach it to something, waterproof, decent. Glock, British Army. This is made to last, from when we used to invest in things rather than make throw away. This will cut and split logs and also provide precision work down at this end if you keep this end nice and sharp. Plus the back end, you can bray things into the ground with it. It pretty much does everything you need it to do. It's a decent piece of kit. They're about £30 on eBay, second hand. Better than anything I've seen on commercial market, unless you go to like £200 or silly amount of money. Folding saw, it's fairly good. I've had no problems with it. I haven't done massive amounts of it. I intend to buy something a bit more sturdy, like a Silky or something like that, but budget allows at these times, so that does do the trick. As you can see, there's wood coming off of that. I have used it and it cost me about 11 quid. Gloves, ideal, perfect. I don't really get cold hands, but they'll be decent in winter to keep your hands warm. But for working, using these tools and stopping you cutting your hands, absolutely invaluable. Small knife, bought from a local shop. Ideal. It's a great knife. I've had it for maybe 20 years. Not had loads of use because I did have a different knife which I've actually given to my son to start his kit off with. So I'm going to treat myself to a Mora when I get paid. But yeah, this has got a fire striker in as well. So it is a decent piece of kit, and obviously the lashings can make it into a javelin or a spear, catching fish, whatever you want to do. Little pack, multi-tools. So in here we've got Esco multi-tool, decent. The last video I ate noodles with these, very practical, but yeah, not ideal for noodles. But any intricate work, you've got extra blades on here, perfect, good quality, nice and robust. Knife sharpener, decent, good quality. And a Swiss Army knife with a variety of little tools on there and a good decent sharp blade. So, you see these about? I used to have a wire saw, but I upgraded to this, and it definitely is more robust, and it does go through. It's nice and comfortable to work with. I haven't cut loads. I'd probably go to this type of saw or to chop, but definitely a more laid back, just gradually working your way through when you're trying to avoid expending loads of calories. And my knife, good locking mechanism, Gerber, aim to be relied upon, and it comes up nicely with the sharpener, and it really is decent cutting edge. I've had this about 12 years. Decent, use it as a work knife, opening boxes. Socks, spare, and bandana, filtering, cleanliness, whatever you want to do. Nut case, decent piece of kit. Had this a long time. Cat's come to join me. It's got my local area map. A few things pointed out on there, like waypoints. It's got a silver compass in there in the case. Got a pen, just to be making notes if I need to be, and now I'm getting on a bit, I've worked out what this is for. It's to keep my glasses in. Obviously, a number of years ago when I used to go bushcrafting a lot, I didn't need glasses, but that is a nice spot. This, 2 personal bits of kit, these store together. We've got a wash kit, mirror that can be used for signalling as well, but good to be getting things out your face and checking things on yourself. It's got a toothbrush and stuff like that, you don't need to see that, but yeah, decent. Got this from Amazon, I'll put a link in as I said. And a sewing kit, same as you can tell, bought them as a pack. They're like a free for so much offer, so I upgraded my little plastic sewing kit for this, because I like to add thimble, threads and some buttons in there, decent. In here, waterproof, because I've got toilet paper in here, quite a lot of it but just bunched up, and 2 small towels. These are from Amazon as well, really decent. I like the sport towels, really lightweight but they don't have to soak up the moisture. There's 2 in there, 1 drain, 1 to be used. Two-piece of kit, everyone will recognise this. Absolutely invaluable. For late night reading, while you're camping and in that frame of mind, I've got a larger version of this as well, which I read at home. But this just to have in there, just to remind when things get a little bit hectic. Okay, it's alright trying to carry all the knowledge, but sometimes when the crisis you can find yourself forgetting, and being able to just refer to some written notes. Ideal. Definitely. Great guy. And this has got my waterproof paper. And this no one else will have, because I wrote this in the 90s. This is basically my attempt at, before I could afford to buy one of those, just what I knew. So it's got all sorts of things which I've done myself, waypoints, navigation, all sorts. So proud of that. So, other half. This goes on my belt kit. Some of these bits are on here, but I've just repurposed it because I like to travel with a belt kit as well as a large pack. Because if I have to ditch or stash my large pack for some reason, I've got a belt kit which I can survive with, even though it's got parts which are integral to that part, if you know what I mean. But yeah. Decent bit of belt kit, some odd pouches, nice strong belt, good stuff, sits nicely on waist, you can hardly feel you carrying it. Right, so water. Everyone will recognise these. I cooked in this last time. An amazing piece of kit. If it's not broken, don't fix it, so this is why this has stayed the same, or very similar, for many years. Yeah, this goes on the belt kit in the pouch. Got this, it's actually a little dog bowl, picked it up for £1 from a pound shop, and it just folds down so small, and I just find having a separate receptacle with a bit of water in it, what might not be what you're going to drink, but to use with your soaps from your medical kit, from your personal kit, it's just ideal. You know, just have that bit of water there. And if you go out with your dog bowl, that's what it's designed for. But yeah, I'm attracted to it, obviously. This is a little stove, works directly with your canteen. Got some blocks in here, some more hexi blocks there. I like to carry plenty of them just in case we can't be having an open fire and all the smoke what goes with it. These don't give off much smoke at all, and half of them are boiler full one of that. It's a decent setup. I've also got some alcohol gel that can go in there. Well, I don't carry all the time, but that will burn as well, and you can start a small fire in there if you so want to. It will take it. It's a nice piece of kit. What purification tablets, standard. After you've filtered it through your bandana or however you want to filter, shove one of these, half hour, good to go. I've got lots. I could be well established and well aware and into a rolling pattern of being able to filter water and clean water in other ways. Right time, this has run out. This little straw, got from Aldi of all places. It's one of these disposable drinking straws that reach in water in inaccessible places. Absolutely ideal. For the weight of it, I think it's just perfect. Got a brush to clean it out as well, which will come in for other things. I think for the price of a couple of quid, in fact that weighs nothing at all. Perfect. Don't need to eat with a pair of pliers anymore. Yeah, spork. It's a titanium one, a bit pricey compared to $2.99 plastic one. I just thought it'd be ideal to just have that one all-purpose metal, lightweight. Thinking about tenner. Say pricey, not too pricey. Survival straw. Filter all in one go. I was going to use this last time, but where I locked down, so we're quite busy. So I thought I might get jumped on if I started drinking out of a stream, carted off somewhere. So yeah, I've used it before. It's decent. You just stick it in and drink. Folding cup, new edition. I do own these for my camping kit for when I go camping as a family to a proper site. Cooking with just your canteen to be able to have a brew while the rest of your food's cooking, ideal, absolutely ideal. And again, weighs nothing. And last, as I say, this is my belt kit. I've got a survival poncho, silver on the inside, green on the outside. It's very small, very lightweight, and this just goes in my belt kit. If I have to ditch, I still can get some shelter, because my main shelter kit obviously goes in the large pack. Fire, plenty. And you saw from me last time a bit out of practice with starting fires, so let's go for the overkill. It's all pretty lightweight anyway. But we've got Vaseline, we've got rubber in there, ideal if it's really wet. If everything gets soaked, rubber will burn. Some more tinder in there, it's got some natural tinders in there. Good cattail plant, reed plant from its seed head. In here is just a put together kit that I bought. It's pretty much as it is, even though I've added a magnesium block, and then it's got an extra striker on here. This I have added, this is lint out of a dryer filter. Absolutely takes a spark like no one's business, so ideal to have. Could have done with it last time instead of that damp stuff. First aid kit. Standard first aid kit, pretty good. Scissors and everything in there, won't open it all up. I've even got like 5 days worth of antibiotics in there and painkillers and stuff. Things I've added to myself, just if you're out for a long period of time. Over here is my shelter. Here is a poncho and British Army bivvy bag, and you can just see a poncho liner. I don't get cold. I've camped out in many weathers and I really don't get cold, especially with the aid of a fire and a bit of a windscreen and a fire screen. So this wrapped around me in my bivvy bag under a poncho is absolutely enough for me, even in British winters. You just wake up early when it's a bit cold, but that's alright. We get moving before people turn up. So this wrapped together, there's cordage attached to my poncho. I've got a bungee, 2 bungees which attach it all together, which can be used in the building as well. I've also got these are a bit dearer than the ones I had. The ones I had before were like just steel ones. These are titanium ones. So these were about 20 quid for 10 pegs. It's quite dear, but the weight is just absolutely, it feels like nuts there, and they're so sturdy. They really are. As you see, the shiny new and orange, and I haven't got any rubbish all over them because these are new and been unused so far. I've always used regular steel tent pegs, but I've just cut weight in about a third by getting these. 2 good hanks of paracord, decent. This is this colour because I bought it from some cheap shop somewhere. It's decent paracord, nice and strong. And this is I've had years and years. This is the same what's attached to my poncho. It's good quality from Army and Navy stores when they used to exist. I've just added these as well. I haven't used them as of yet, so I'll have to see. I've set up some tarps just in garden with it, and it really does help. These nicely grip on, don't do any damage to it, and it just allows you to anchor in some different places because trees don't grow in regular rows, so just having some anchor points different to what might correspond to your tarp is ideal. I like them. I've got them all in here, but I'm guessing I might need 2, maybe 3. And I could share these with my neighbour. Good guy, he does bushcrafting too. So, but yeah, these are good. And they're lightweight, you know, hard plastic, lightweight. It's not going to take a lot. I'm not going to try and chisel a rock with it, you know what I mean? It'll do its job. I think that is it. Missing my fire steel, I'm realising. I did a bushcrafting party with my son. He was 7, and took them all to the woods bushcrafting. So I know where my fire steels are, I think. And I've got 2 of those decent ones. Ideal. So yeah, that's it. Didn't see the wood for the trees there. Waterproof, obviously, something you'd need. So you might have seen little bags like this around. I've got these bags, a set of them, and it's to pack all this kit up in a more kind of organised way, so I can just pull out a bag and it's a particular thing for a particular time. So waterproof bags for things which might get wet, but also my waterproof. This is a poncho, but it's also, you can wear it so it's got the eyelets. You can use it as a shelter, or you can bang it on, sit under a tree and question life and wait until rain moves on. And I'll be back again with my food kit, which is it's a shifting scale with the food, obviously, how long you're going to stay out there. What I have packed is like I said, with certain items to get me established, get you living outdoors if you need to bug out. So I have got a certain amount of things which will make things comfortable and make you gradually easing into eating outdoors, or if it's cold and there's not much growing, there's things to subsidise what you could get at rivers. Right, next one, that's definitely it. So, last bit of my kit, apart from what I'm wearing. Family Fire and Steel, doing a little day sack. Knew where they were, but yes, always worthwhile. I've got other fire steels in here, so you never know when other bits of kit get missing. These are my best ones, definitely guaranteed. But if you always have some split up, you know you can make a fire. But yeah, they go in there. Also, walking pole. You don't have to have it. I've had this a long time. It's nice and sturdy, extendable, lightweight. Cost about 30 quid, but probably back in 90s, so I don't know how much they are now. But yeah, river crossing, stuff like that, or making a tent pole if you haven't got any trees with a tarp. You can just have it at one end or in the middle, whatever you want. So, food. This bag, this I'll carry on my front. So, belt kit, back, front. Can be split down, can manage just with belt kit. Can actually manage with stuff in my pockets. I'll do an EDC later. But belt kit, this that can go, food can go first, but I can carry this for about 8 miles comfortably with just a couple of stops here and there. Right, first thing, few different condiments, salt, pepper. We've got stock cubes in there. I eat fish, but I don't eat also like veggie stock cubes. And sorry for idiots on the field. And we've got a sponge for washing up. We've got oil and washing up liquid. That's washing up liquid. That's oil. My wife says you should mark them really, but I do know which is which. It's pretty easy. But yeah, just make camp cleanliness a bit easier. And the oil for a bit of frying some wild food or whatever you're doing. And then some hand sanitizer that will burn as well. It is the alcohol one. So another way of starting a fire. In here, another dry sack. There's what looks like a fair amount of food. Exactly, because it is. This will sustain you. It's all lightweight for a long time. Empty it out. So, this, even if you're a meat eater, I think this is ideal. It's soy mince, it's a good source of protein. flavour it with your stock. Add it just if you're eating meat out there, you could just add it for extra because it's so lightweight, packs down small. Ideal. Noodles, my favourite. Nice and quick, not too much boiling, don't need as much fuel to get them edible. Rice is also something I would carry, but it does take a lot longer to cook. Same with pasta. Nice trail mix, good quality. Just as you see, a lot of sachets. Doing things on a budget, you may find that eating out at cafes occasionally as a treat, you can extend by picking up sachets, little pouches, things to liven wild food up and give you instant energy. You've got treacle, peanut butter, all sorts of stuff in there, chocolate spread, all sorts. Little packaging. Packaging needs to go with you if you're just out doing wild camping, but if you're on a trying to keep stealthy, you could burn it down to melt and bury it and cut down your weight. So you've got little mug shots with pasta, hydrate really quick. Nice high calorie. It's like bird food, but something to nibble away. As long as you've got water, things like these obviously all need a lot of water, and snacks like these need you to be drinking water or you'll dehydrate. But yeah, lots of calories. Protein bars, good trail food, and a little highly concentrated juice just to take the edge off that water. Get to about day 3 and those water purification tablets start to taste like you're drinking a swimming pool. A little splash of that and you'll keep hydrated without gagging. Click to fasten it up lightweight. As you see, there's space. Now I've packed these things down, there's space in here, there's space in there, space in here, all to add some extra snacks and things to what we carry around with us, you know, like a power bank, mobile phone. So that, I believe, is about it. Next time, a bit of wild cooking. There's some good fresh garlic in the area. Damson, I think it's called, the wild garlic. So I'm gonna go make a recipe with that out in the woods. Right, that's all stowed away. I've got all the kit on. This is giving me an extended time out. It'd really get me established. It weighs £35, well £35.5, but I can carry it for 8 mile. And I'm 51, so not too much of a problem. I've got bits of food. I've got my main food pack, should I say, and I've got bits of food in my large packs and bits of food in my belt kit, so it can strip down if I needed to increase with speed or go further. I could stash some bits or just drop and get moving. I'll show you what it looks like. You can see food in here, weight nicely distributed. This can come off, much lighter, more manoeuvrability. You have to keep your map. Large pack can come off. If time, getting machete out of there. So you've got a good cutting tool. There is a cutting tool, lint belt kit. This can supply your shelter, your water and your fire. And I can move a lot further with this. So that's it. Oh, almost. A little gem. Collins gem. Notebook, your food kit. This is a Collins gem, food for free. It's a UK based one, but a lot of these plants are international, so they're good quality photographs. Wouldn't use it first time out. This has been well used. It's good to look at this and then go at videos on YouTube or maybe other types of books, or even learning it somewhere, which is always the best but probably the most expensive. But you can get a few varieties of food which you can find around and get really used to seeing, and a nice little thing to carry. More reading, love reading, so might as well be worthwhile. Right, nice one, thank you.